Vitali says, hello guys, I hope everyone is doing well. I took a lot of action since last hangout. Thanks for the motivation. I'm getting a few articles delivered from my writer and they need a little bit of editing, personal touch plus multimedia. Is it okay to post articles as is and rework it eventually or publish only finalized material? Best regards. You guys are awesome. Well, it depends. I mean, it's really better to get the content the way that you want it before publishing it, and for a couple reasons. You can do it both ways, but for a couple reasons. Number one, if you're using a branded syndication network, which you should be, then once you publish it, even if you go in and edit the post on the blog after it's been published, it's not going to edit where it's been syndicated to, right? It gets syndicated one time and that's it, unless you do something like republish old posts, which is a plugin you can use for WordPress, which will automatically republish it to the RSS feed, which means it will syndicate again. Or you could even go in and like unpublish the post in your blog and then republish it again, and that'll inject it back into the feed. There's a few things that you can do for that, but then you can end up technically with almost duplicate posts on your syndication network. So for that said, for that reason, excuse me, I would suggest that you wait until the content is ready to publish it. I've done both. So I've in fact, with my real estate business right now, I was doing some training for our mastermind members on silo structure. And I published a bunch of posts, which were just titles. And like it had, and the title was just added as the text within the post too. I didn't have any content. It was just to show kind of a particular silo architecture that I use. And so, there was several posts and like with siloed posts or whatever that didn't have any content. They were just titles, and they got published to my syndication network. And so I can't really go back and edit those unless I want to go back and manually do all that. But since then, I've started actually filling out and completing some of those posts. And it takes a little bit of time for Google to come back and crawl it. It took a little bit over a week, but it will come back and crawl it eventually. Or you can, try to ping it through, by sending backlinks to it or traffic to it or something like that to get it crawled. But it's much better, in my opinion, to just kind of get everything set up first before actually hitting the publish button. Anybody want to comment on that?
Yeah, I totally agree. What do you want people to see? What do you want people to see on your website? Do you want them to see something that's halfway finished? Do you want to publish something to your tier 1 that's halfway done and then go through all the trouble of having to correct it? Or do you want to just go out once so that it looks good for people, so that it makes people want to click wherever they find your content, makes people want to click on it, come into get in your sales funnel, right? Get in the door. How do you want to do it? And I would totally say, yeah, make it as good as possible.